Hey, Cousin Jack here with another episode of Woodcarving Weekly, episode 30, by the way. And I'll be placing some links for you in the description right below this video. All the resources that I talk about during the video, you can find them there. And I also post the same links in the comments section below this video as well. So today we'll have for you a new innovative concept for stropping that you've probably never seen before. We'll have some Don Mertz miniature carvings that are on display that you've probably never seen before. And maybe we'll introduce you to some new woodcarving channels on YouTube that you may have seen before, or not. Anyway, we'll have some fun, spin around the internet, and let's get started. Well, up first today, we'll introduce you to a Ukrainian carver by the name of Yurkas. He has a YouTube channel with 480 videos. Yeah, quite a few. Now, in his newest, brand new video, he's carving a little bookmark that has an owl sitting on top. And in the video, you'll see him carving some alder wood with a variety of different hand tools. It looks like a fun project, and throughout the video, he uses a number of different camera angles that makes it easy to see what he's doing. There's no talking, but there is some light music in the background. It's pleasant and interesting. So make sure you take a look at his channel. Somewhere among those 480 videos, you might find something very interesting to you. Enjoy. Well, this week there's a brand new video from Ddalo, the South Korean carver that's very popular nowadays. And in this video, he's showing you how to carve a little kitten, sort of fridge magnet type of carving. So what you'll see is Ddalo using a variety of hand tools to carve a block of gelutong in this case. And it's flat on the back, so it's more or less a relief carving. On the back he's placed a magnet, and then on the front, of course, he's showing you how to put the pattern on the wood. In fact, this is a 40-minute video, and he spends the first 9.5 minutes showing you how to get the pattern onto the front of that block of wood. And it's more or less beginner friendly. Enjoyable and fun to watch. Take a look. Well, there's a brand new article blog post from Don Mertz over at woodcarver.com. This time around, Don is posting what he calls vintage views. And in this article, he's going through a series of more or less vintage wood carvings that he has done over the years. You know, his carving journey started way back in 1975. Now, what's interesting is these are miniatures. In other words, he would have carved these out of a block of wood that might be a 2-inch cube. And there's some amazing miniature carvings here. The other important thing for you to know is Don says these have never been on public display before. He's only shown them once in a while at a local carving club. So you'll get your first look, maybe, at some really impressive carvings. Head on over to woodcarver.com and enjoy. Well, next we'll head to Switzerland for a game-changing way of stropping tools. Yeah, the title on the video talks about this being a game changer, and I can say that it's definitely a different, new, innovative type of a concept for stropping. So, stropping and sharpening can be very challenging for a couple of reasons. Number one reason is you have to make sure you're holding the correct angle for the bevel of your tool, whether that's a knife or chisel or gouge, what have you. And the second is maintaining and consistently maintaining that angle throughout the process of honing or sharpening. Some people really struggle with that, and it takes years of practice in some cases. So this new concept, and what you'll see in the video, is a strop made from wood and a piece of leather, like I'm sure many of you have made before. But this one is angled. So in the video, you'll see Felix explaining to you how to make this DIY strop that you can angle, and you can adjust the angle so that when you're stropping, the strop is set at an angle for your bevel, and you're holding your knife horizontal, flat, and using the strop to maintain the proper angle. Now, as far as this being a game changer, well, I have an opinion about that. I think it depends. For example, if you're an old timer and you've stropped for years and you're pretty comfortable with finding the bevel and maintaining the bevel throughout the process, this is not really going to change your game. Or if you're stropping a whittling knife that has a flat grind, no, you don't need the angle, right? So this is not a game changer for a flat grind type of knife. However, in other cases, yeah, this might be very helpful for folks who are struggling with stropping. So anyway, take a look at the video, see what you think, and let me know in the comments. Is this going to be a game changer for you? Have fun. Well, recently, Mary May had a live stream from her home in Charleston, South Carolina, where she was going over a shallow relief carving of a couple of apples and some basswood. This is a beginner lesson on wood grain and how to carve downhill, which is really an important lesson to learn, especially when you're starting out. Now, in this video, Mary explains and does a really good job of diagramming the direction you should carve based upon the shape that you're trying to carve. And in this case, with the apples, it's sort of a substitute for her typical donut carving that she recommends for understanding grain direction. She does a really good job of showing you how to carve downhill and explains grain direction very well. In addition to being a master carver, Mary is a very good teacher. In the video, she has a couple of different camera angles set up that make it easy to see what she's doing throughout. She mentions the different tools that she's using, the gouges, the size, and the sweep of each one. It's a really good video, and even if you're not into relief carving, this is an excellent tutorial on wood grain direction and carving downhill. Take a look. Well, there's a new video this week from Branson Artworks. Rex Branson is showing you how he's carving a full headdress Indian mask. This is really impressive, and he's got several different Native American carvings that he shows you throughout this process. Now, in this one, he's got a great big piece of butternut, and he's going to carve a mask into it, as well as a couple of other carvings, and he shows you along the way. He has some drawings that he does. He explains things very well, and he also shares with you some of the details that he used to look for as a carving competition judge. And he tells you how to carve with realism. So it's not really a caricature carving, more realism, but excellent work by Rex. I think you'll enjoy this, and it's a great opportunity to learn from a guy with more than 40 years of carving experience. Well, over at Against the Grain Chip Carving, Damon Tallhurst has a brand new video where he's providing some instruction to help you avoid undercutting little chips of wood that are close together. In this video, he explains and he demonstrates how to angle your knife blade so you can prevent undercutting a chip that is really close together in a piece of wood during a pattern that you're trying to carve. Although Damon is primarily a chip carver, this is a great lesson for anyone who's into carving with a knife. Make sure you take a look. Well, that's it for today, folks. I want to thank you for joining me. Don't go away. I've got some more for you. First of all, I want to say thanks for all the support. The likes and the subscribing to the channel really helps. And I have more right over here. Take a look at this video for more tips and important information, videos all across the internet. See you next week.